shit. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit.
Top of the morning time. Alright, ready?
So, we're back.
We are back.
We said in the last episode, hey, we might do another episode.
Because I want to drop this episode first.
All right, well, there's another episode coming, guys.
This is recording this one. Alright, so you're
Giving spoilers right now, dude.
Straight up, it's like, dude, fucking.
Spoilers are coming. Don't worry.
When Iron Man came out, she was getting. Alright, well, I'll start it then.
You wanna?
Right, yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Friendly Ghost Podcast. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Deadpool 3. We literally just came back, literally like an hour ago from watching it. So, to remind you guys, my name's Sebastian.
Vinny. And new face.
Hello. I'm Terry.
And we literally just saw the movie about an hour ago, so we're going to...
Terry was there.
True story.
We were all there, and we all loved it. Anyway, not to get far ahead of ourselves, but... So we're going to talk about, quick spoiler-free review, going to spoilers, going to, who showed up, and, yeah, that's where we're going to start the episode. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, right, without going into it yet, what's your guys' rating? Where is it at? Your first impressions, because we literally just saw it, so first impressions coming out the theater.
I will say my first impressions, very high. I went in, I was telling Seb, do either of you know High Top Films? Shout out High Top Films.
I feel like I've heard of him a few times.
He does video essays.
Okay.
This is all to say, I saw a bunch of shit on Twitter saying that this was going to be not that great. I saw people being disappointing, or I think High Top Films tweeted, I liked the first 25 minutes. And I was like, And I respect this guy's opinion a lot. Mm-hmm. Though he is very, kind of negative about Marvel
I could
and stuff.
Tell, because you say it wasn't good after seeing it. I can say the only first 25 minutes was good.
So I will say, I went in not expecting much, and was I blown away? I was blown away.
Yeah, I was mentioning earlier, last week when we saw each other, I was like, man, I'm really nervous about the runtime being only an hour, but no, only being 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I was like, oh man, I would love to get a 3-hour Deadpool movie, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like it was the perfect amount of time to get the story in. It was I guess that's all they needed. They told the story, they ended the story, they didn't drag it on at all. So I liked it. I loved it. What did I say earlier before going in? I was like, I predict it's gonna be a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Right. I think 9 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for me. Right off the bat, I'm going to probably rewatch it again this coming week, but first impressions, I say 8 out of 10. What do you think?
I'd probably say 8 too.
I'm probably going to sit on 8. Like you, I was very nervous going into this because of the whole Disney thing and whole shift. I know they said we were going to do R, we're going to do the same blood and guts, we're still going to do the same vulgarity, but I was
Thank God they decided to do that.
Yeah, I was still like, how truthful are you guys going to be? What is your version of the vulgarity that we've seen before in the MCU? Because we've seen very little blood in the MCU.
We've only had one fuck.
Yeah, that's true. Prior to this, we only had one. Holy fuck.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. There's a lot in this movie.
You haven't seen that movie.
Which one was
the
it?
one that the fuck was in.
Guardians?
Yeah.
The third one?
He hasn't seen Guardians 3.
Are you shitting me?
Yes, because right before Ant-Man, I stopped watching everything in Marvel.
Yeah, he didn't see Ant-Man either.
I stopped. I saw Ant-Man, heard bad things, and I took a break. I was like,
not even for Guardians?
I did it. It was crazy. Everyone around me too saw Guardians 3 except for me.
We saw Guardians together.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see it. I know, and I heard it's good. It's good.
Bro,
it's a good movie.
Did you tell him about Wakanda Forever?
No, he saw Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
I did see Wakanda Forever. Okay. That might have been the last Marvel movie I saw in theaters.
I think I fell asleep during most of that.
No, you did, because that's what I was about to say. Yeah. I turned over to Vinny 2 times, and he's just...
No way.
I saw the final fight though.
Yeah, that you were there for.
I liked Wakanda Forever though. That was it was actually a good project. But I say the stakes were high on this one. Definitely. Because in the movie itself, Deadpool kind of it's not really a plot spoiler, but he kind of alludes to the fact that Marvel's not doing great right now.
Yeah.
So he was like, you came in at, he said what to Wolverine.
Came in at a low
point. So the stakes were high for this movie, and I think it delivered on it for sure. And Yeah, 8 out of 10. So 8's across the board, right?
Yeah.
So there was a
I
lot,
think it's solid 8.
Yeah, there's a lot going into this too. Like you had a lot to deal with.
Mhm.
Like how you said, you had a series of misses before,
Yeah.
and then bringing over the Fox characters,
Yeah.
making it cohesive and
Mhm.
all. So there was a lot riding on this movie.
Riding on this movie. And I think they took it the right way. Like, a little fan servicey with the cameos. We'll get into those later. But also, like, it's a perfect between fan service and plot. You know what I mean? The plot wasn't like... I mean, the plot was pretty high stakes.
No, definitely.
You know what I mean? It was pretty much like, this universe is gonna disappear if you don't do this and that. So I didn't expect that, like, that big, like, here Deadpool 3 crazy plot universe ending type thing. But
Yeah.
I was actually genuinely surprised by that, and in a good way. It was actually very nice the way they handled it. But yeah, so all right, so this is at the end of the spoiler free section. So if you didn't watch the movie, please go watch it. This is out.
Spoilers.
This is pretty. We're shooting this pretty early. Came out today. So go watch it, come back, and
We're on the cutting edge.
exactly. We're pre-firing the rush to people making videos. So
I'm gonna beat
We
the
got
Honest
tickets to the
Tribe.
premiere.
Oh yeah, we were there.
I saw it last week.
I held dog pool. It was awesome. The tongue was all like that.
That dog is, oh my god, is that the ugliest, cutest dog I've ever seen in my life?
Bro, I
So
told my
ugly.
mom, I was like, "What do you think of this dog?" She's like, "That's the ugliest fucking dog I've ever seen." And that dog won an award in Britain.
Yeah,
being
for
the
ugliest dog ever.
dude.
Dude, the fact that I got that dog to be played dog pool is amazing. And that kind of goes into it. So I want to talk about the cameos. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, they've been, like, on the press tour, they've been talking about cameos. A little bit, interviewers are asking them, and they held them pretty close to their chest. And I know, was it like, I didn't watch many trailers, I only watched like the teaser and the first official. And I heard in the last trailer they showed Laura.
Yeah.
What's her name? Project 23.
X23.
X23. So they showed her. So that's like one of the, an example of like one of the big cameos. But what would you say is your guys' favorite cameos in it?
I think we have the same. I think knowing you, I think I know what it is.
It's between two for me. Other than Laura, it's between two.
I'm gonna have to go. The Chris Evans one.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
That blew my fucking mind. That and just what is it? Probably Blade. 'Cause
Blade is sick.
I did not think they were ever gonna see Ryan and Wesley.
Those
together
are the two that were like, I'm surprised they got them.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm surprised they came in to do the movie.
Chris, I'm not as surprised because it's not like he had to bulk up again. But
Yeah.
Wesley, because of the history with him and Ryan, I was all like,
Wesley.
"Ugh."
Yeah, Wesley. The fact that he came back as Blade is beyond me. Mine was other than Chris Evans.
By the way,
Crazy.
we keep saying Chris Evans. We're not saying the character he's playing. He's playing Johnny Storm, not
the OG
Captain America.
Fantastic
Yes,
Four.
and
From
they
what we assume.
and they
Yeah.
knew that we would think it's Captain America, because he had like the navy blue on.
suit.
He was underneath like a shawl.
He was hooded.
He was hooded.
You hear his voice.
You hear his voice, and I recognized him when he did like the hero,
Superhero landing.
the superhero landing. And I was like, wait a second, I know that form.
Yeah.
That's good form.
For me,
Saying it like you've done it before. I know that for. It's really hard on the knees.
It's really good technique.
Deadpool's called it out too. He's like,
yeah.
that's a superhero landing.
And then I was like, wait a second, this is an Avenger. Or like, it hit me, and then I saw Chris Evans, and then that the beautiful fake out when they're like confronted with like enemies. Enemies from the Fox universe of X-Men.
Oh.
Sabretooth, Toad.
Azazel.
Yeah, when they're confronted, and then he went, what do you say again? Like, what, Human Torch?
Flame
Oh,
on.
Flame on.
He just said flame on, he just shot in the sky. I was like, oh, this is not
Yeah.
Captain
The
America.
whole audience
Yeah.
tonight was pretty good.
It was a good audience.
Yeah, we had a good one.
It was a good audience.
We had a guy dressed up as Deadpool.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
At
Our
least
buddy
one.
dressed up as Logan.
Oh yeah.
Danny. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
But
fun.
he looks like Logan just.
Oh, it's
straight
that
up.
beard,
Yeah.
dude. It's that beard. I've told him multiple
Yeah,
times.
it's the beard. He just has to put clothes on. He looks like Logan.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real.
it was great. So people came ready.
People got hyped.
And let me tell you something. When he said flame on, I keep forgetting. I was like torch up. I don't know why I say torch up.
Yeah.
Human torch
That's
up.
what you say before you light up. Yo, torch up right now.
Torch up.
Torch up right now, cut.
So after he said flame on, I like the audience gasped a little bit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like they held their breath when they saw him go. Like,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
my face was.
oh.
Bro, I literally let out an audible yo.
No, literally.
I couldn't believe it, dude.
I couldn't believe they went that route, and I love it for that.
I didn't
thought
expect
was
it
good.
either because he had like the red wrapping on his arm. So I was like, oh my god, that's like, and it was like red and white wrapping on a blue suit.
on the navy suit,
And you're just like,
yeah.
that's Captain America for sure. And then just all of a sudden, flame on, shawls off. You see the big four. And you're like, Yes.
Bro.
A few Avengers showed up because you had Cap / Human Torch, Chris Evans.
You had Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan. Everybody said like you're not an Avenger. You drive him around or something.
You were the chauffeur. Right?
You're the chauffeur, right?
I was
Well,
honorary
I
Avenger.
came up in the ranks. He's
I
like,
came up in exactly. I
Worked
love
my way
seeing him.
up.
But you had him. New scene from Chris Hemsworth, Thor, carrying, like
And
holding
it's-
Deadpool in his arms.
It's foreshadowing too. It's
Foreshadowing
not
something.
even potentially. That's what
I
they're
think
thinking.
it's gonna come back. It should come back.
They are telling us that it is foreshadowing. Who knows?
at the same time, though, it's Deadpool too.
Do you think Kevin Feige would tell Ryan Reynolds like, "Hey,
This is what's
like
happening.
this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
You could use that."
I feel like for
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think he'd do it?
I don't think
I
so. I
feel
think that was
like-
just bullshit.
I feel like it's two different ways because it's Ryan and it's Deadpool. You can say it's bullshit, but at the same time, because it's Ryan and Deadpool, and you got Chris Evans, Jennifer Gardner, all these people back, and he's been able to pull so many strings. I feel like he'd be like, let me look at a page of the script of Secret Wars and let me see what I can do
You
real
think?
quick.
I think Kevin Feige would be smart to do that just
Yeah.
because this would be the biggest movie of the year easily.
Oh yeah, it's their only movie. It's their only MCU
Yeah,
movie.
so exactly. So it's smart for them to slip that in because Secret Wars is happening. You know what I mean?
One way or another.
It's gonna happen. That's the culmination. So I
Mark
think
my words too. Secret Wars will only be good if Doom is in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
New mask. Same task. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
We will see you in 2 years with Doomsday.
I say this every time anyone says anything about Secret Wars. It will only be good if Doom is in it.
Big Doom guy.
we'll get into that when we talk about
Big
the.
Doom guy.
We're gonna talk about the future of the MCU afterwards to see where this whole thing is gonna land, where this new build-up is gonna go. So yeah, so you had, like you said, Chris Hemsworth, Thor showed up. Chris Evans showed up. Both Chris's. They even said it in the movie.
He's like my least
my
favorite.
least favorite Chris.
He's only saying that because he was held by Chris Hemsworth.
Oh yeah,
because they pulled kind of like a
fake out.
was the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness where Scarlet Witch like killed all the cameos and remember
Oh,
she killed
yeah.
everybody.
She just
They kind of
fucking
pulled that where like pretty much Cassandra Nova, who's one of the villains, the villain,
I'd say she's a lead
and
villain.
yeah, the main antagonist, kind of
Yeah.
just takes Human Torch's skin off him and just dies. Like,
That was
nothing.
that was-
crazy
Just like- just
scene.
like that.
Yeah, his eyes still fucking moving. Bro.
Yeah.
Just like,
So they kind of like pulled one of these, like Chris Evans didn't last long, but yeah.
I love the joke about his death too, where it was like Deadpool was saying like, "Oh yeah, he said this about you. He said
he's like,
this."
I
get him
never even
killed.
said these
Yeah.
words.
Like,
He's
Chris
like,
was
"I
like,
have
"Oh,
no idea what he's talking about.
is he
Like,
talking about?
I don't
Yeah.
even know what that means. I would never say
Talking about
that."
Cassandra Nova, but and so yeah, you had them. You had Hulk show up. Let's talk about
Yeah.
that for a second. Hulk
Oh
showed
my
up for
brief second.
like a millisecond.
Bro.
Through the reflections of Wolverine's claws, you saw
Literally
Hulk.
just
You
like
see
the
it over
comic
his
cover.
shoulder.
and like over his shoulder, yeah. Because before Wolverine came, Deadpool went through the different universes looking for the right Wolverine to bring, and he went into the yeah, so the comically accurate short Wolverine that was like 4'3", 4'5".
I think he's like 5'3".
Yeah,
He's a short.
He's a short kid.
He's Tom.
that was
Cruise.
hilarious. But one of them was the original suit, right? The brown and
Yeah.
yellow suit Wolverine.
Beautiful.
And that's the one that was facing.
That
Hulk.
was the one that was apparently Deadpool kind of like walked through one of the TVA doors right in the middle of a fight between Wolverine and Hulk, and that like just teased like one of the best comic books.
Yeah.
You know
Wolverine
it's
versus
gonna happen,
Hulk.
bro.
Maybe it has to be like a Secret Wars like
You would
kind of thing.
like.
But
I
so,
need it.
There's also Patch, who's like
Yeah.
a famous version of
Logan.
Yeah, and then there's also Old Man Logan.
Old Man Logan's great.
Age of Apocalypse with the
Yeah.
missing hand.
That was interesting.
And
Yeah.
then there's one that we haven't been able to figure out what it is, which is
Oh, when he's on the big X.
Yeah, please help us in the comments. There's a scene where he's literally nailed or tied to a big yellow X.
And there's
in a-
like red
in
skulls.
a field
Yeah.
of red skulls. And they even took some liberties how he looked, I feel. Like, it was different
Yeah, the
stylized.
hair was bigger, right?
It was bigger, so I just don't know in the Marvel Comics which one. If you can help us out, please comment. I don't know which issue that's from, but it was a gorgeous shot of, like, Deadpool in the field of skulls looking like a crucified Wolverine.
Yeah.
I love how he just leaves him too.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
he's like,
bother
oh,
to help him. He'd
he's
probably
like,
be the
oh.
most to help him right
Yeah,
there too.
and he's like, "Oh, you look like in a rough spot.
I'ma leave you to
I'm gonna
it."
leave you to it, dude." That was messed up. But Old Man Logan was great. Oh man,
Oh,
that was cool.
That was
my favorite one.
picture perfect.
Perfect,
That was
picture
really
perfect
cool.
how I imagined Old Man Logan. So, and then you had Wesley Snipes came back as Blade. That was we touched on it earlier. Just
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like, didn't expect it. But with them came back Jennifer Gardner as Elektra, and
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum as Gambit. What do you guys
Finally?
think?
Finally got his
So
chance.
that's who because the two people I would say are like highest on my list for cameos. I'd say is Chris Evans and Channing Tatum.
Really?
You really like
Yeah.
Channing Tatum. I really liked him too.
Because I love Gambit, dude. Gambit's
No,
sick.
I'm with you. Gambit was my favorite
Yeah.
X-Men, like around Origins time. Then after what is it? I think it was First Class. Then the Wolverine came out. I just switched over to back to Wolverine and all, and I was like, this is my guy.
Because I think he's so cool in like Wolverine and the X-Men and that. whole
Oh
thing.
shit!
He's so
You've
cool.
seen that?
Yeah,
My man.
dude, that was like one of the best series.
Bro,
Nah, but the Gambit, they I think, like, you told me that you didn't like the...
yeah. Like, I really wanted to see a costume Gambit. I really wanted to see all the costume X-Men. I mean, fuck it. We need to, bro. It's been 20 years. He even says it. It's been like 20 years, dude.
Yeah.
And like just seeing a costume Gambit, like I was very weary about how it would be, how the colors would be, especially the purple chest plate. And the headpiece, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. And the way we saw it tonight, I was like, I like that they went for it. I appreciate that they went for it. I don't know.
I disagree.
don't
I
know.
personally think it worked.
Yeah.
I think for a very comic accurate Gambit, it works surprisingly well live action. I
I think like just the piece itself from the comic books would look any way you put it, it's gonna look awkward or like weird on camera.
because it's just one of those
It's just
things
a
that
weird
it doesn't
headpiece.
look practical in real
Yeah.
life, but it being comic accurate, you're just like that still looks pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Would you both prefer like if we get a main Sacred Timeline Gambit that he has the headpiece or does not have headpiece on?
I don't want to make him like a rustic, like
Yeah.
a modern, realistic Gambit. I like the comic book accuracy stuff
I'm
for
with you.
sure.
For me, I'm willing to see what they have if they have a different idea, but the classic outfit is just so cool for a
The
Gambit
trench
for me.
coat,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm like with
shin
all
guards.
that. It's just that headpiece. That's the only.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way in the comics too?
With the comics, it kind of works. It's just one of those
Would it
live
be-
action.
I
Would
think
it-
they
yeah.
need to get it flatter against
Would
the
it be
head.
different?
I'm with you because the ears,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
it be different? He had like shaggy hair that went over that. Was in the last Gambit we saw. In
He had, like,
Origins,
longer hair.
He had like
longer
shaggy
hair.
hair. So, but he had the headpiece. But it was like
No.
black.
No.
No, he didn't have the headpiece.
No.
Oh, I thought he
They
He
gave him,
didn't
like, a
even have the
purple
outfit.
shirt.
Yeah.
Oh,
They gave him a
yeah.
purple shirt,
So-
a stick, and cards.
See, that's
and
what I
called it a
don't want
day.
them to do. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like if you had shaggy hair over the headpiece, you could see the glint of the headpiece, but you had like the shaggy hair, so it still work.
Yeah.
But Channing Tatum with shaggy hair would look weird. But
Yeah.
and I liked him as.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna
Gambit.
lie too. It took me way too long to realize that was Channing Tatum.
Really?
I kept going to you. I'm like, is that Channing Tatum?
Yeah.
Is that Channing Tatum?
I think I was so locked in. I don't think I answered you. I
I'm
was just
so
like-
glad he finally did have his chance to do it because
I didn't even realize that he was.
He was supposed to have. Yeah, he was supposed to have a movie years ago, and it like Ruben Fletcher, I think, was even a writer director for it, and then like they just kept swapping out, and then the Fox Disney thing happened. They're like, "You're out,"
Yeah.
and so he just never got the chance, dude.
But he ran with it, and you know, there's a joke in the movie where so Channing Tatum was putting on an accent as Gambit. Where's he from? His character?
He's like New Orleans, right?
New
New Orleans,
Orleans,
Louisiana. So he
yeah.
kind of put like a Creole accent on.
Yeah, it's Creole.
And I thought it wasn't bad, but
I
they
thought he
made a
did
joke
good.
about it. Deadpool was like,
Who's your
you-
dialect coach?
Yeah, what is
right?
your dialect coach?
The
But-
Minions?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I didn't think it was that bad. Like he was hitting it.
I thought he was doing good too.
He was doing a good accent.
Like he was real. Like I didn't
was into
expect that much range from Channing Tatum, honestly.
Because you don't expect that of Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
You don't.
You just expect Magic Mike.
His
his
filmography is not like amazing acting.
He was
like
great.
Not like acting like necessary movies that like need.
No.
Great in 21 Jump Street.
Great in 21 and 22.
He made Kanye like Jewish people, like
Wait, what?
You remember that tweet? Like
No, which one?
Kanye said like I just watched 21 Jump Street. I like Jewish people again.
Oh my god, dude.
That's just Kanye.
No,
because I think Jonah Hill is Jewish, and he was like Jonah Hill made me like Jewish people.
That's
just Kanye.
Fucking crazy.
I fear, but
when I think of Channing Tatum, have you ever seen This Is the End?
Yes.
When he's the gimp at the end.
Oh my god.
What's up, guys? What's good?
hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Call him Channing Tate Yum, bro.
He was actually really good in this movie, and then the action scenes with him with Gambit had like the shin guards. That was great with the pole.
The path.
Yeah, amazing stuff. And then you had Jennifer Gardner Elektra from the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
That was crazy to see.
Nice to redeem her, redeeming she's Elektra again.
They showed her first, and I was like,
when I saw the
what?
Oh, what's the name of the blade?
The Sai.
The Sai. When I saw the Sai, I was because I thought it was we thought it was Daphne King playing X-23.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw the Sai and hit Deadpool's sword, I was like, oh shit! There's only one person that is. Yeah, it's not Raphael Fernandez. It has to be Elektra, and I was very happy to see that she showed up. And that's when they brought in Wesley Snipes, Laura.
They just had everyone.
They brought everybody in. Channing Tatum came in that scene.
And let me say, once again, like always, Daphne Keane kills it.
Oh no, she's fine.
She even kills it in Acolyte, which is a whole nother
different story.
Catch us another week for the Acolyte episode. But she was great. She didn't miss a beat from her performance in Logan.
Her action scenes were always great. Her doing the yell too, even as an adult,
she got into
was
it,
so good.
Put,
the glasses she still had. I was like, fuck, man.
I'm happy that she seems like she really wants to play.
No, yeah. Bro, when they had the portal at the end, I was really, really hoping that she was going to jump in. When Psylocke pulled her down, by the way, we got a semi-Psylocke cameo, I guess.
It's Hazel, too.
When she pulled her down, I was like, no, get her out of here, bro. Let her go to the main universe, dude. Come on, man.
I'm happy they saved her.
Yeah.
I'm happy they saved her.
So we can transition now. Is there any more cameos?
Well, we said all the
main
Sabretooth ones.
Sabretooth.
That fight was a lot quicker than I thought.
Yeah. I'm glad it was, though. I didn't need to drag down Sabretooth.
I kind of would have wanted just like...
Because that fight could go on forever.
It just came after the Deadpool Wolverine fight.
Which also could go on forever.
Yeah.
Which had multiple scenes of them fighting.
Yeah.
True.
But
and they were all really good. That car scene with them fighting.
Yeah.
They fought inside a minivan.
In Cayenne.
It was
inside
really good.
A Honda Odyssey.
And it was like one take, right?
No, the bus one with the Deadpool core.
Oh yeah,
was the one
okay, that was the good one.
So even Deadpool during the minivan and the Honda Odyssey was like, man, this van fucks. He said that shit at the end. He's like, man, this van fucks. Man. That was hilarious. But then I guess
cameo wise, what do you guys think of Deadpool core?
That's what I was about to say.
Bro. So going into this, I was like, we have Dogpool. We have to be getting a version of the Deadpool core. We just have to, because why would you only have 2 out of like 5 or 6, whatever?
Yeah.
And so when we saw bits and pieces of Lady Pool in it and all, I was like, come on, bro. Give me Head Pool. Give me Baby Pool. Give me fucking T-Ray while we're at it, bro. Yeah. Fuck it, dude.
They deliver. They do a lot.
No, I just wanted to see him fight with the Deadpool core as opposed to against.
But yeah.
Leading them.
But would it make sense that he does fight the Deadpool core? They're all Deadpools. Like, I don't know. I didn't mind. I mean, it was the whole fight. It was like one transition, side camera.
And he finally did the mask.
Exactly. Oh, that's when they unveiled the Wolverine mask. Oh,
which was just
beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
But Lady Deadpool looked bad. She was bad.
And important comment right there. I need to put it out there.
Yeah, she's bad.
I don't think
was that Blake Lively?
I know Blake Lively voiced. I don't know if it was her in the suit.
She got into the suit.
I hope she did.
Bro. I mean,
why would she pass up that opportunity?
Why not?
Yeah,
because we talked about that.
Like if my partner was a superhero and I was able to be something like that, I'd be like, give me a suit. I'm doing it right now.
And then
Matthew McConaughey was Cowboy Deadpool.
That was he was Cowboy
that was
Deadpool.
Matthew
That was McConaughey, right?
In the credits, it says Matthew McConaughey.
Exactly. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey, Cowboy Deadpool.
Bro.
And
I didn't even catch that.
I knew his voice.
That's what I said.
The person next to me was like, "Is that Matthew McConaughey?" And I was like, I did a Leonardo DiCaprio meme. I was like, wait, I was like, that's Matthew McConaughey's voice.
I'm like blown away. I didn't even catch that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Dude, I want to know who voiced Headpool. They only had like 2 lines.
It was very distinct voice. I feel like I knew
Right?
who it was. Like I was like, who
Look it up right now.
voice acted that?
Will it even be up? I mean, it's day 1 of the film being
That's
out.
true.
That's what I'm worried about.
That's true.
IMDb will say something like Zach Galifianakis was Headpool. Zach Galifianakis says Headpool. That was
Christopher Walken was Deadpool. And then
the Deadpool core.
You and fucking Christopher Walken.
Me and Christopher Walken.
Dude, he always every episode we bring up Christopher Walken
Are you
on some
shitting
level.
me?
The Deadpool. The Deadpool core.
Because the first episode,
yes.
the first episode we did Dune, and
Okay.
in Dune, it's like the second one is Christopher Walken as like the Emperor,
Uh-huh.
and it takes you out.
It takes
and it's
you
one of the
out.
funniest
It's
things
bad.
ever.
It's one of my favorite movies ever. Dune 2,
Uh-huh.
but Christopher Walken is like the only thing I'm like.
Yeah, it's like I
You
can't
guys
see him
remember.
as anything else.
Yeah, he's like Paul Atreides, come here, and it's like
Want to hide this wallet? Man, hide this fucking watch in your ass.
Deadpool, we need more cowbell. But what you call it? So literally, but no, yeah, the Deadpool core is great.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that they were like kind of like henchmen for Cassandra Nova, technically they're trying to like to prevent them from getting to like the main goal of the movie.
Bro, I would have loved seeing, because in the comics there's a Groot pool, which is this Groot in a Deadpool costume, and a Panda pool. I was when they were coming through the portal, I was like, bro, give me Panda pool, give me all the weird ones. Right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
A Galactus pool. If we saw a Galactus
Galactus
pool,
pool.
That would have been crazy.
I
Before
would-
Galactus, we were
literally,
like, really?
I feel like people would have rioted but laughed at the same time.
Nice Pool was funny.
Nice pool,
Nice Pool
hilarious.
was genuinely one of the
He was
funniest
just Ryan
jokes
Reynolds
in
in
the
long
movie.
hair playing, you know.
The best part was just I can make references too. The proposal.
Yeah,
He just waits. Just
It
press
ju-
wait.
There
Just-
was genuinely like dead silence in the entire theater, and as soon as he turns his face back, everyone started laughing. Everyone
He's like, I
started
can break the
laughing.
fourth wall too. Nah, he was great. And apparently he doesn't have regeneration.
Yeah.
So Deadpool.
Say you'll.
He's like, Deadpool's like, don't worry, like, I know you got shot, but you regenerate. He just coughs up blood, like, what regeneration? Like, and he just uses it as a human shield. He's like, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine.
He wanted to kill him to take
Oh,
his
yeah.
dog.
And, yeah, he
And the
wanted his
guns.
dog.
And the guns.
And the guns.
gold-plated
The gold-plated Desert Eagles.
Desert Eagle.
Sailors.
Pistolas. But, no, that's hilarious. And then, yeah, we'll go to the main cast. So, obviously, Ryan Reynolds killed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, he's Deadpool, definitively.
Hugh Jackman killed it.
Hugh Jackman.
Is Wolverine
I
definitively?
think he was my highlight of the. He didn't say much, obviously. But
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman didn't say much.
Yeah,
Compared to
that's
Deadpool.
fair.
Compared to Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they always think that was a joke in this movie that like that
He doesn't
Deadpool
stop
talks
talking.
too much. Like, but my God, Hugh Jackman doesn't age. That man
No,
does
he's
not
beautiful.
age.
Aged like fine wine.
Fine
It's
wine,
why he
he's
was one
jacked.
of the sexiest man alive, dude.
He's absolutely jacked, and
Yeah.
it's amazing. So he was great. The comic book accurate.
He should be
suit-
voted sexiest man alive again.
again.
Put
he's-
him back in.
Dynasty run.
Dynasty run.
Dynasty run, such a man alive. But comic book accurate suit,
Got the mask.
Yeah, it really
Got the
was
mask,
amazing.
bro.
got the mask.
It looked crazy to me. I said this to you at the end. It genuinely like, I don't know if like you feel this way. It looks exactly like, you remember the Ultimate Alliance 2 like cover with Wolverine, like for some reason the mask looks
Like
exactly
fabric-y?
like it. A little maybe fabricy, but it's like the ears just are very like long and like angular. Like, I don't know how to describe it specifically, but for some reason I look at that mask and I'm like, Ultimate Alliance 2.
Yeah.
Ultimate Alliance 2.
So he looks great, and then the sleeveless.
Oh,
look
yeah.
on it.
When they revealed that in the trailer and all, because that's what everyone was hoping for. They're like, can we lose the sleeves? It's like, he still kind of has a thing, so we don't know if he can, because he'll be in the sun. But then when in like the second trailer he had no sleeves, I remember everyone was like, let's fucking go,
Oh, dude,
bro.
yes,
We're
no,
so back,
We're
dude.
so back.
It
looked
really
amazing.
was so awesome.
He was so jacked. It was
Oh,
unbelievable. But that was
the
my
Hugh jacked man.
Hugh Jackman.
Man.
He was great. Huge Jackman.
Huge
But,
jack.
but very underrated part that I never talked about till now was when they first fought each other,
Oh my god.
and it was Wolverine running like
Yes.
on all fours.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
That
I've
was
never
kinda-
seen
I
that
haven't
before.
seen it, but I feel like
Yeah.
he does that, and like that's accurate to Wolverine.
I've never seen it in the
No.
comics.
I know in what is it, X-Men Origins, Victor Creed did that in
Yeah.
like a few
Yeah.
fights, but never in the other movies did
Yeah,
we
you
ever
saw
see him
Wolverine.
do
That-
it.
it was
even
very
even in the
interesting.
comics, I've never seen that.
But no,
No,
Usually he just runs with the
just-
claws against the ground.
No, literally.
It's something in my brain to see like comic book accurate like doing that. Like he was
Yeah.
just
It was
run.
interesting.
It was like
And he's
it was-
just sliding
like
around.
like the
and shit.
animal Wolverine. Like he was just running at
Oh,
Deadpool.
The
Like,
action
crawling.
was just amazing in this
Action
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's what I was worried about. But especially with that fight, the first Deadpool and Wolverine fight, they did not hold back.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm
They
so
didn't hold
good.
back.
Like, with like the broken arm
Exactly.
and shit.
They knew like
I'm so
it's like
glad
how do you
about
like two people who cannot die
Yeah.
How do you go?
fighting each other violently, just like colliding and just taking each other's arms off. It's like, bro, this is crazy.
It was
But
so beautiful.
So
dude.
beautiful. So there's the two main ones: Deadpool, Wolverine, Cassandra Nova. What do you thought of her? Professor X's daughter,
Twin.
Sister.
sister. Sorry, twin sister.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I think not bad. I think that actress, because I don't know that actress. I don't like recognize her. She had like a rough time. Not a rough time, but like she just had a lot to live up to. She's up like across from Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. You know, that's a lot. Like big shoes.
Big shoes to act like a
Like,
lot of
act
pressure on her
against.
to act against, to act with them, to hold her own. against
Yes,
them.
hold her own.
To hold her own.
So, but she did pretty well.
I think she did well.
Yeah.
Very overpowered character, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
My
No.
goodness. She was throwing them around just like flicking her finger, and I was like,
The entire movie, I was like, how can they even beat this person?
No.
Literally.
literally had to like atomize her to beat her. But what do you thought of Cassandra?
I thought, because like I knew going into it, it's like it's a Deadpool and Wolverine movie first. I'm not too interested in the villain. I really just want to see them two and what happens between this relationship between these two. Because in this timeline, this is their first time meeting too.
Yeah.
So it's all
Exactly.
like, what are we gonna see with that? But with her, I liked what they did with her. Part of me wants more, but a part of me is glad we didn't. I would have. I don't think it would have made sense, but I would have liked to see an interaction between her and Charles.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have been very interesting, but at the same time, which Charles do you
But which
go
Charles
for?
and how does that make sense?
Yeah. Like-
that'd be hard to do.
Yeah, so that's like my only thing.
Hey, I mean, Patrick Stewart got his cameo. Give James McAvoy.
his.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I love Jay McAvoy's Professor X.
He was a great Professor
No,
X.
all Professor X's and Magnetos have been fired.
Yeah, yeah.
There hasn't been
I
I mean,
bet.
there's only been.
Fassbender didn't get a cameo.
Bro, that was so funny when they were
Oh
like,
my God.
"Oh my God, is Magneto here?" He was the first to die. Fuck.
That was a great
He was
one.
like, wait, can we use his helmet against Cassandra?
She melted it down.
Yeah, she melted it down. Fuck. And then she killed her. Fuck. And it's like, that's
It was the best one.
It was so good the way he.
Oh my.
Because I was wondering, like, where is Magneto in this situation? Like, you know,
Literally.
where's Professor X in this situation? But like, no, they did a good job, and she held her own. You know, I thought she was coming to the light side. She deked us. She was like, she's coming to the light
Yeah.
side because she realized that Professor X loved Wolverine, so they connected with her, and then they saved her life because she was shot with what's his
Pyro.
name? With shot by Pyro, but whose helmet? She had
Oh,
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut's helmet on.
X-Men 3 Juggernaut.
Yeah, and
Not
it's like
good Juggernaut.
yeah, exactly. So
The last
and
stand.
it suppressed her. I guess like suppresses her powers. I'm assuming from
Kept
that.
them inside.
Yeah.
So she
Contains.
it contains it's her. So she like was gonna die from the gunshot wounds, but they saved her. Wolverine was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make the mistake of like. His whole thing was like he failed his X-Men and his universe by not being there when they needed him. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a different man. Charles loved me. I'm gonna show him why. Like he chose me essentially. Like I'm gonna like prove everybody wrong. So he's like save her, and then she got saved. And it seems like she was coming to the light side. Like she was like, oh, you know what? Since you guys saved my life, I'll help you. I'll return you guys back to your universe. This was how they got out like that void area. So, but then no, it was one like power hungry. She got power hungry again. And wanted to destroy all universes, and it was just. She did well. Her acting was good. She wasn't like on screen a lot.
No.
But she wasn't. But she did really well. I'd say.
It left me double guessing, like, who the main villain was a few times. Because at first you're like, oh,
Is it
it's Paradox. And then
Paradox?
it's like, maybe it's Cassandra. And then you're like, oh, Cassandra's the fake out. It is Paradox. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, it's Cassandra.
Paradox
Okay.
wanted it to be the main villain really bad, but he
Yeah.
got like screwed over by Cassandra.
Yeah,
who
he's
he
a
screwed
fucking
over.
pussy.
But I actually liked Paradox. The guy who played Paradox was really good.
I
No,
love
I
that
like
actor.
Paradox.
He's in
Actor's good.
Succession.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I love
He's
that
good.
character in
He's great.
Succession.
It's important to remember two fundamental things about the news. One, it's new. All the things that are new. The many news. The news.
So I thought he was the villain, and went back to Cassandra, back to him, back to Cassandra. They did a good job with that. But who else, like, main cast that we're missing?
We didn't see a lot of like Team Deadpool from the previous movies. We saw them in the party scene at the very end, but we didn't see a lot of them. I mean, it makes sense because like they weren't even in the universe; they were in the void.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, no, like from what we saw of them, like I feel like Blind Al had the most.
Peter had the most.
Peter
That
and
is
her.
true.
And
Yeah,
her.
Peter had the most.
Because they worked together, Peter and
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Bro, seeing just Peter be back was so.
And Peter being the reason why the Deadpool Corps
Stopped.
stopped fighting Deadpool and Wolverine.
They're like,
it's because they wait. You have a Peter? This is your Peter?
Yeah.
We love Peter.
Every Deadpool universe has a Peter, bro. Like it's just common knowledge.
And they would give high
That's
fives to
literally
Wolverine
how
and
that
Deadpool.
stopped too.
Yeah.
Like they just all swarmed him.
The Deadpool started giving high fives to them, like, okay,
Literally.
we're good now.
No.
Also, I love the joke that Peter got piercings,
Oh my god.
and so he got his nipples pierced
And
his nether regions pierced,
That's what
and
he
they're
like,
all
the
chained
nether
together.
connected with the pole.
Yeah, that he could pull on with like the chains, and he was having the people do it at a
Negasonic and all.
party,
At the birthday party for Deadpool.
and they're like, "Oh, what happens when you pull it?" And he's like,
He's like,
"That's the fun part."
that's the fun part. Yo, he's like, great. And cause he didn't say like he got it done for himself. He's like, oh yeah.
He said a
like,
friend got it.
a friend of mine got it. He's like, he got it done.
Bro.
Yeah, a friend of mine was going through a midlife crisis, and he got this piercing, like chain duo thing.
And he loved it. It was him. And then what's her name? The old woman.
Oh, Blind Al.
Blind Al.
She's my favorite in
She's
all
hilarious.
these Deadpool. She's the equivalent to J. Jonah Jameson in the OG Spider-Man movies. I feel she has the best scenes. They're very short,
Hilarious, yeah.
but she always has the best fucking lines.
She
The
just-
baby hand, the baby legs.
Yeah.
In the previous.
She just
two.
wants her drugs. She just wants her.
Oh
cocaine.
my god.
That's all she wants.
When he's all like, yeah, no, I'm selling like your blood pressure medicine in the
He's like,
beginning.
you're trying to kill me. She said, she's like, you motherfucker, you're trying to kill me.
He's all like, here, pet the dog. Yeah, pet right on the tongue. Oh my god.
Motherfucker. And then she says, motherfucker. Yo, but no, she's hilarious. And she's like, I want, the last one was like, I want the devil's dandruff. That guy dying. And he's like, we can't do that. We still can't.
Feige said no.
Feige said, no, we can't have that in the movie. Oh, the fourth wall breaks like that are just great.
Oh my god, they were pretty hefty in this one
They
compared
did.
to the other two. I feel
They even brought up Hugh Jackman's current divorce in it.
that was
That was
fucking
crazy.
That was the
foul.
craziest,
That was
I feel.
foul.
Yeah, he's kind of let himself go.
I
He's
didn't
going
even
through a
catch
divorce.
that. I didn't know he was going through a divorce. I was told after. I was like,
They really made a joke
That
about it,
was-
about
that was
Wolverine.
insane,
That's
bro.
great. He
or no with Wesley Snipes. Be like, I'm surprised you're here.
yeah, I'm surprised you're here.
he's like, we never got along.
Yeah, we never got along. No, so the fourth wall breaks were just as good as the other movies.
Yeah.
Like, he really went for it. Oh, and then he's like, are you going to peg me? Oh, when the TVA first, like, confronted him outside the birthday party. When he came
Oh,
out the door.
good lord.
And then he was
And
like,
he puts in the breath mint.
yeah,
He's like,
he's like,
I want eye contact,
Contact
from you.
Yeah, he's
okay?
like-
but
I,
not you.
yeah, I don't see eyes, but I can feel it. Okay.
and he said, like, Penny's like, is not good for Disney. What did he say? Like, something about Disney. He, like,
Oh
winked
yeah,
at the
he's
camera.
like, pegging's not new for me, but
Not-
it is for Disney.
Yeah, pegging's not new for me, but it is for Disney. They, like, winked at the camera. And then they started to scuffle. And then somebody from that TVA guy from behind him took him into the thing. That's cool. But,
One
yeah.
of my favorite scenes. It's not necessarily for wall break, and they released it a while ago. But when they're sitting in the diner and all, he's like, "Can you put your mask back on?" It's super hard to eat when I'm looking at you, and he's like, "It's super hard to eat when I have my mask on." It's just some shit like that. It's so dumb.
The,
It's so-
the little banter was perfect.
Oh,
Those,
yeah.
The chemistry with those two
oh, it was
was
fantastic.
unbelievable.
It's so cool seeing like because they're real life best friends too.
Yeah.
Like it's
They
awesome.
do everything. Like they were like, oh my gosh, when like ever since they released, because they couldn't be outside in public together, I'm sure. But when after they released a teaser of them just sitting down on the couch talking about like, yeah, I'm here. You know what I mean? After that, they were seen everywhere. They're like
Oh my God.
attached to the hip.
It's so
And they're like
funny.
at the Super Bowl together. They're like everywhere. So that's cool that like you could tell that these two, they like Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, they cared about this project.
No, yeah.
They really were like hands on with it. You told me like they even pitched it.
Oh,
Feige
yeah.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me like, yeah, these guys care about like Deadpool and Wolverine are in good hands with them too.
I think the idea for the movie even came from
Hugh.
Hugh. I think it was Hugh's idea.
and it kind of goes. So we might as well get into plot a little bit. Like, might as well get into it because segues. But like, the plot was very concise. Like, it was a good. The plot was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was like
It moved along pretty well.
I was expecting like an Endgame Infinity War level threat, but and I'm glad because like this had its high stakes. Universe was on the line. Deadpool's universe was on the line. High stakes.
The main Fox universe too.
Yeah, exactly. Main Fox universe, and the stakes were there, and the runtime felt like nothing. It felt perfect for it.
The only thing about the plot that I want to get your guys' opinion on that kind of threw me off is the like what do they call it? The like central character in each universe.
Oh, the
anchor.
anchor.
Yeah.
So pretty much to explain it really quick. So pretty much there's an anchor person like a person that is so important to that timeline. Kind of like the main character, you could say, that timeline.
Literally.
That like if that person dies or gets taken out of that timeline, the timeline, like think of like a loading bar. The timeline would literally fizzle out until it's like nothing. And so it's called like anchor person.
Mm-hmm.
So Logan so 616, I guess Logan or like whatever that universe he was in
the Fox
and
universe.
from the movie Logan, he was the anchor for that timeline. So because of him, that timeline is dwindling, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very important. What do we want to say about it?
I'm mixed on that plot
Really?
device because, like we were saying, it's like who's the anchor in the main Earth 19999 main MCU timeline?
It was 616.
Oh, so in 616, like who's that now?
Yeah.
Like, would it have been Iron Man?
It definitely would have been Iron Man.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
I thought.
definitely
Definitely
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man.
I think now, because it's either gonna turn into a plot device where it's like later Avengers movies, the main timeline's decaying.
Mm-hmm. Like in Secret War, Kang.
Yeah, or I think the new main is like one of the main like people in the Marvel universe. So it's either gonna
the
be
new roster, you mean?
Yeah, the new roster, one of the main people. So it's either gonna be
They gave it to She-Hulk.
yeah, it's gonna be Spider-Man,
Mhm.
Doctor Strange, or Sam Wilson. That's what I think.
Crazy idea because they touched on this, right? This is a little theory. They did say like the time in which a universe can like. Did they say that's like a time in which a universe deteriorates is different? It could take 2,000 years or something. It's something like that.
Yeah.
What if Iron Man died like what like 5 years ago? Where we're at right now?
Yeah.
About
Very recently, Iron Man died.
Yeah.
What if like they just don't know it, but our universe just is decaying and it's just gonna take a while. And when it gets low, that's when like a Secret Wars will happen. They'll tell them. I don't know, because they kind of like that's very interesting that they introduced the anchor and how without it it'll decay. And I think Iron Man was the anchor. He was like the main guy of Endgame.
Because I heard a rumor about that, and I was all like, I don't know how I feel about this plot line. Let me see it in the movie, and let me see how it plays out first.
That is such an important plot device. It has to come up again.
It's a bit, because like that's a big fucking thing.
It's a big deal.
Like, I mean, it's sparking up a conversation now. Where it's like, who's the main in each universe?
Who's the
now?
main person?
Like in the Toby and Andrew universe, is it them then? Like, are they?
That we don't know.
Like
They would be for their own, because I think Toby and Toby
they don't have Avengers in that universe. Like in the Elektra Daredevil universe, who is it? It's not Elektra, I guess.
Probably Daredevil.
Yeah.
But then like in the Venom universe, who is it?
Yeah.
Venom.
It's like it's not Venom. I don't think
It's Mrs. Chen. It's Mrs. Chen. 100%.
But you know what I mean? Like that's a huge plot device that has to come up again in a Secret Wars level.
I would hope. I hope they don't just be like, it was a one-time thing, whatever. Like, I need to see this.
Ryan just wrote it on a whim.
That would be my one con for Ryan if he wrote something as massive as that for only his movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But it's like So the plot was great. And I'll kind of go into like the future of the MCU. So the anchor stuff, very important. So many universes. But I'm confused because I didn't see Loki season 2.
I haven't either.
Oh, none of us have.
Nope.
Never mind. No,
We need Garrett.
But
Garrett,
there's like a sacred timeline now. There's a sacred timeline.
Yes.
Which I'm assuming is our timeline.
Yeah, it's the main MC that we've been following for like.
So like. Yeah. It's just very interesting in the future how, like the anchor thing blew my mind. I was like, this is gonna have so many implications for the rest of these movies if they mentioned it now. So it's like. I don't know. So, what do you think is like? What's the future looking like?
Well,
from what we've seen in Deadpool,
one major thing for the future that seems like they're basically saying is that Hugh and Daphne are returning.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Are they?
I mean,
I mean, they're here.
Yeah,
They're
they're
here.
Like,
They
if you don't
could
see
have
them in
been
the next
dead.
one.
You know, if this was their finale,
They would have Wolverine died at the end with the accelerator.
Yeah.
They would have him die there.
they wouldn't have kept them alive.
The fact that they walked out of that tells me like they're bringing back Hugh Jackman.
And Ryan is coming back.
oh, at the
Well,
very
I mean,
least,
yeah, there was no way Ryan was gonna leave. There was no.
he will only leave if Marvel hates money.
Yeah.
Marvel hates money.
I
then
mean,
they'll have
he
Ryan.
loves the character too.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of saved his fucking career.
Yeah.
With that test footage back in the day.
He apparently said in one of the recent interviews,
Mm-hmm.
like he basically confirmed that he was behind one of the leaks, like or one of the main people behind the leak.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean it was
surprised.
What was the
it was
leak of?
basically
What was the
assumed.
leak of?
The test footage. You
Yeah,
mean,
it
or
was
recent?
test footage.
Oh yeah.
Like of you remember before Deadpool 1 came out, there was like almost CGI type animated footage.
Yeah.
He leaked it so that leaked footage coming out is what like
Brought the
all
hype up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
all of the
everyone
hype
lost
for
their
it.
fucking mind.
and
Yeah.
then they're like, I
Maybe
guess
we should greenlight this
Yeah.
movie.
I
now.
guess people like Deadpool.
He's smart, bastard smart.
Yeah.
He's a
Smart.
business guy. Big businessman.
Big
Big
business guy. Hey, look at him now. He's making billion. Like
He's
these
got
movies are
Mint
making
Mobile,
billion.
fucking aviation.
He's
bro.
got like that football club.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
England.
With Rob McElhenney.
Who
Yeah.
apparently was in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, he had a
Really?
I was
cameo,
looking out for it
right?
because I
He's
thought
probably
he
Deadpool,
would.
No, he's probably one of the Deadpools.
He was either probably one of the Deadpools or one of the TVA that got killed. It's
Yeah.
got to be one of those
Yeah,
two.
it's got like Daniel Craig in the Star Wars.
Oh my
He's a
god, yeah.
stormtrooper.
That was fucking insane when I found that out.
He was a
bro.
stormtrooper in the Force Awakens or something.
Tom Hardy was one too, apparently.
Apparently, I love it because they want to be part of a Star Wars film. I'm sure that's
Yeah.
which I love. I love that. But yeah, so I think, as I said, like the MCU was kind of like in a down period, like before this.
Even he says
even
you
he
kind of
said
caught
it
us on a
himself.
low.
They said it themselves in the movie. So yeah, the future is bright now. I'm really Captain America is coming out next, right? The next project is Captain America. I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, I'm
I'm nervous about it.
cautiously neutral.
Red Hulk could make that movie.
That could
Red
make or
Hulk
break it.
could make or break the movie.
I don't know. I feel like I just never understand why Harrison Ford gets into these franchises.
When he hates all
he
of them.
he hates every single one of these things. He
money.
Except
Vinny.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
He loves that.
He loves Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, dude.
hates Han Solo. I think he kind of likes Blade Runner.
But you know what he doesn't hate though? It's money. That's what he keeps calling
Oh yeah, no. He loves flying his planes. He loves crashing them.
he's-
Like, he loves
He's gonna.
that shit.
Yeah, I'm nervous about him being the president.
Cause
Yeah.
he's Ross.
Yeah,
He's
he's
Ross.
taking
He's
over,
Thaddeus
bro.
Ross.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Thunderbolt
he's
Ross.
Red Hulk, and I'm like,
Who's now the president. too,
which is kind of cool.
Oh
but
no!
I
Hulk
like.
as president. Kinda
You
wild.
could tell
wild.
how little Harrison Ford cares about this by the fact that he just outright refused to grow out the mustache.
You think that was all him?
Yeah, because definitely it was. They were like, "Oh yeah, well the character has a mustache." He's like, "No."
Yeah, but the
Just
mustache,
no.
I feel like the big, it was like the thick mustache, right?
Yeah,
I thought
like,
that looked kind of weird, like on, like, it could look
You
pretty
think it did?
like cheesy. You don't think?
I mean, that's the character.
the
yeah,
character, though.
That's
he's
the-
known for
every
having the mustache.
every version of Thunderbolt
Ross.
Ross has a massive mustache.
What was the other guy who played Ross?
Sam
The-
Elliott
Sam-
was one. And
that
then
would have been crazy.
that
if they
was it,
brought
yeah.
him back.
William
instead.
Hurt. I think
Yeah,
was
he was the one
second
that passed.
But like, yeah,
It sucks too.
I mean,
'cause,
Harrison
like, he
Ford's
was
gonna
right
act,
before.
Yeah, Harrison Ford's gonna act the shit out of it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
well, he looks like a dickhead in that when he's just like clapping. He's all like,
Yeah.
ooh, you're
Harrison
an
Ford
asshole.
acting.
I hope you work with me, Sam.
Yeah, he's like, work with me on this one.
So-
He does the pointing every.
And then Giancarlo Esposito's in it.
Yeah,
And he said apparently no one has gotten his thing right. I don't know if he means like reporters or like journalists
his
or.
role in it.
yeah.
He's kind of like the villain, right?
We don't know.
Well, yeah, we have no idea what he
And
is.
I don't like it already. Only let me tell you
Mm.
why. Because I wanted him to be like a Galactus, a Doom character.
He'd be an interesting Doom.
He would be.
As in
pretty
someone
good.
like Galactus Doom,
But-
like you don't have to see you don't have to see his face. Like
But would he
the
keep
acting
the
and
mask
the
on,
voice.
though, if he was a Doom?
he-
That's the
you
problem.
have to. Whoever's gonna play Doom has to keep that mask on.
You could do it one time.
I agree.
Like be like,
Like,
fix
at
my
the
face
beginning.
with magic. But then
Or
like
no.
when he gets beat,
No,
he's
not
like, I gotta go
even,
back.
yeah.
I think genuinely, it should just because if it's not origin,
Mhm.
if anything, you see him take off the mask and you
It's
see
fucked up.
his like horribly scarred face, and then he puts the mask on, never removes it again.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So question, because I'm a DC boy, right? So what is his origins for Doctor Doom? Like
you
I
wanna
can
take
see
this?
like yeah.
Because
Do you
I could kind of say it for the most part, but like correct me where I'm wrong.
I'm with you.
Because I'm more of like, I don't know his origin by heart. So he was in college with Reed. They were rivals. Reed was always slightly better than him, and he was just very like very angry about it. And I think in one of his experiments, it goes wrong and scars his face very minorly. Like it's like a cut on one side of his face. And it was an experiment that Reed was like warning him, like, "Hey, I mean, you need to fix this piece." And he's like, "You're a fucking idiot,"
Yeah.
and like keeps going. It explodes in his face, and he's so like appalled by the mistake. He's like this amazing person. He's a genius. He in like an act of just like crazy, just over the top pettiness or like whatever you want to call it, puts like flaming hot metal armor to cover his shame, which just burns all of
Even
his
more.
body and just makes it so he could never take the armor off when all he had was like a line on the side of his face.
Yeah.
So Doom is just crazy. But then he goes back to his homeland,
Takes over.
takes it over, makes it better to some degree, makes everyone fanatically in love with him.
Makes Doombots.
Yeah, and then he goes to fuck with Reed to be like, I'm the best in the world, actually.
How would they keep that perfect?
Don't forget the shit with his mom. Like, the experiment was to go
Oh,
to
yeah.
hell so he could save his mom, because his mom was a witch.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so...
I forgot that detail.
Yeah.
But I really hope they don't change it.
No,
Yeah.
because, like, it's not like a Magneto origin. A Magneto origin you might have to change. And I hate to say that, because that's my favorite Marvel villain.
It just sucks.
But,
like, it sucks because it's such a good...
Oh, Magneto?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's no, original X-Men, the fucking 2000 one, they handled
It's
that pretty
so
good.
good.
Yeah, I never forget that.
Because it sucks because with time constantly moving on, you can never just say, yeah, that guy was... yeah, it's fine. It's a outlet. This guy's just, like...
Jim Halpert, like,
Like, you can never just say this guy was, like, a World War II survivor, because...
he'd be 90 or
Yeah.
something. It can't work.
It
I hate
sucks.
that, but
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think I forgot.
but like
about that.
Doom, like you said, like you could do a modern Doom with that. Like,
Yeah.
They pulled Sokovia out. You could pull Latveria out and just
Yeah.
be like, it's been over here, dude.
Just do an Eastern European country and then
Yeah.
like any
Make it like Wakanda. They've been hiding.
Exactly.
For all I care.
Fucking
or it's like
exactly.
a little village outside of Moscow that he just took over. And
There
it's
you
like
go.
I believe it. I'm like cool. I'm here. But so I think since they had to pivot off Jonathan Majors now, that Doom should be. The
Doom
guy.
is the way.
Doom is the
Doom
guy.
is the way.
That's like that Thanos level villain that you can just run away with. And I'm praying that Fantastic Four brings him in.
Yeah.
They have to. Then they say Silver Surfer's in that movie.
We're getting
Female.
a female Silver Surfer, a Galactus in it.
Oh, that's crazy. though.
It's coming from a different universe too.
Yeah.
But
now
and
you
in the
can bring
60s, like you said too.
you can
which-
bring anything into this universe. The
Oh,
main
no.
one. So
I think with the exception of this one, I think that's gonna be it's this and that one that are like apparently the first like MCU branded movies that take place out of this sacred timeline.
okay. Yeah.
So like these are our first because at the end they go back to the Fox universe, the
Yeah.
new Days of Future Past universe that
Yeah.
Deadpool's supposed
Which
to
one?
be. The one in the timeline with the
Wolverine and Laura
Yeah.
and Deadpool.
They go
They-
back.
that's to the back to the Fox universe.
Yeah,
I believe
because
so,
they
yeah.
saved it.
Oh, I thought they went back just to
No.
the Earth 1005.
Oh no, that's it. Though.
That's the one.
yeah.
Oh,
that's
shit.
just the identification number.
Well,
But,
it's the original one that Deadpool came from.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like
So he went back to his home.
they
Okay.
saved it. So it's all like first off, how are they gonna come back
To
now?
616.
Exactly, and then like. This and Fantastic Four will be like our first two not fucking with the main timeline.
Yeah. But eventually it's actually gonna come together.
it's gonna.
Oh, no,
they
it's
might
gonna-
fuck
yeah.
with the timeline by like jumping into our timeline
Yeah,
somehow.
someone's gonna have some questions.
Yeah. And
It'd be interesting if the incursions start with Fantastic Four and that's how they get pushed into like
The main.
the main.
I wouldn't rule it out.
I mean, they
because-
had at the ring. They had to set up something with Secret Wars.
Yeah, Secret
Post-credit
Wars
scene or
is gonna be
something.
awesome.
What do you guys think of the post-credit scenes? Because we're nearing the end, so I want to talk about the end of the movie. So the
Honestly,
post-credit scene,
the one where they do like an edit. Well, for me, I'm gonna talk first about the emotional one.
Oh.
Cause so it's like a edit of all of like the set videos, even some clips and interviews of all of the Fox movies, like almost every single one, and hit me right in the feels. I don't know about you guys.
It was like a love letter to the Fox production.
It was their No Way Home, basically.
Yeah.
No, it was beautiful too.
was
Like
very
just
nice.
seeing all those shits. It was like
The behind
damn,
the scene
bro.
blooper.
Wrapped
They-
it up beautifully.
Oh yeah, they did all the original X-Men's, Origins, Elektra, the shitty Fantastic Four, the OG Fantastic Four,
Daredevil.
They did them all.
They
bro.
did them all. And
Like they didn't leave one.
Dark
out.
Phoenix was there.
Yeah. Fucking that was
Apocalypse.
crazy. Logan was at the very end
Yeah.
there.
It was
They
crazy
did-
to
they
see.
did.
That was
Did a very nice job. with
It
that.
was beautiful,
very
man.
like they needed that.
Yeah.
It was nice. And
like
then, yeah.
it definitely is the end of the Fox universe with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like they said Dark Phoenix was, but after seeing that, it's like no, this is kind of
This is like
this is it.
This is like the bow tie on it. That's
Yeah.
it. And then the other one was the one you were talking about, right? The
Oh,
The Human Torch
Yeah.
one where he doctored the footage
That was
and
funny
just
as hell.
said-
To say so that the reason why Human Torch died is because Deadpool kind of
put words in his mouth.
put words in his mouth saying that he was talking like mad
Mad
smack about Cassandra, and then
Everyone said through the whole movie, like, you got him killed. Like, he didn't say
you
that.
got him killed. And then Human Torch was like the whole time, he's like, I didn't say that. No, I wouldn't even say that. And then that's what made Cassandra kill Human Torch. And then at the end, the post-credit scene, Deadpool kind of doctored the film. The film.
Because he comes in like, I'm sick of all this slander. I'm gonna clear my name, and just shows the footage, and it is just like so on the nose.
And it's literally Human Torch saying the exact thing that Deadpool said.
Yeah.
That he said, and it's like perfect.
And like Deadpool keeps looking at the camera,
looking like,
like
"See, I told
every
you."
time he's saying it.
Yeah, the hidden kid, like a prank camera, the hidden camera in the net. And then,
so
first of all, Chris Evans was a great actor in this.
Yeah,
He's
oh my God,
yeah,
he was so
Didn't
good.
miss a beat
Yeah.
as Human Torch.
I think when they came to him like, "Hey, would you want to be Human Torch again?" He was like, "Yeah, that actually sounds fun."
Like,
I don't
he's
think
in it
I don't
for-
think he would come back as Captain.
No,
No.
But Human Torch, yes, because Captain has such a beautiful ending to his story.
I think because it was like they said like it's a fun movie and it's gonna be like probably last time you'll be like Human Torch. He's
So
like,
it's
yeah,
like
sure, why
5
not?
minutes, 5-10 minutes. He's
Yeah.
in it. He feasibly could have done that all in a day.
Yeah.
Like literally.
It was the same. He was only in the void and it was desert scene, so yeah, that's very easily.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else you guys want to add on? Any other moments that you want to? Well, the Deadpool core, the bus fight was amazing.
The one take was crazy.
Yeah, it was like a little like
Old Boy.
panorama,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
panorama shot of like just
And not
Deadpool.
panorama because it's around. It's like a
What?
tracking or like
yeah, exactly
yeah.
a shot of just Deadpool like 1v50
A bunch of
Deadpools
Deadpools.
with Wolverine in the background with the mask on, like leaping off buildings. Very animalistic. This Wolverine.
Yes.
Leaping off the
bro.
buildings. I like, yeah, let's do
You
it.
saw him with the gun at one point too.
Yeah, exactly. Like he was going for it. And
Oh, yeah.
that was a beautiful shot. So and eventually that fight got into a bus, and it was then the bus windows were getting splattered with red as they could say. It was great. They did such a good. And then the shot. Okay, very slight critique. One probably negative of the whole episode. That shot after they jumped out of the back window of the bus
Mm-hmm.
and they landed. It was so obviously CGI.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Wolverine.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But and I get it, it has to be. But it wasn't
Because it's the skin.
But Wolverine, it wasn't great CGI on the Wolverine at the
Yeah.
very least. It wasn't good CGI on it. But what can you do?
yeah.
What can you do? I've seen worse CGI. Trust me. I've seen worse.
We've seen Flash.
Flash.
Oh
Yeah.
God, bro.
Flash CGI.
I can't watch Flash, dude. I'm not strong enough.
Good movie.
It's
Good
not
movie.
terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's watchable until you get to the ending and you look at like the background. You're like, okay, this is like literally looks like a video game cutscene. But
Yeah.
but it's okay. But so yeah, any other moments you want to touch on? That was my moment. It was that I want to say that bus scene for sure.
Here's a question. What was y'all's favorite, I guess, joke then in the movie, including fourth wall break? Because there's a lot to
A lot of
pick from.
jokes, a lot
I feel
of
like this
jokes.
one was more jokier than the previous.
Yeah,
two,
for sure.
Because of like being able to play off Cassandra and Logan in this one.
I think it has to be the nice pool stuff.
The
Nice
nice
Pool
pool
was
shit.
I either the proposal joke or the
can't.
whole like human shield bit was one of the funniest things in the entire movie.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question. What was the funniest? Probably the.
It's hard to think about it. Like
Right?
I'm trying to think of
I
every
keep- I always
joke in the
forget
entire
blind,
movie.
Old Owl. What's her
Oh,
name?
Blind
Owl.
Owl.
Blind Owl. her stuff was great.
Always,
Her
yeah, she's always
her
great.
her very quick scenes were just amazing. She stole the scene. You know.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes, if I can't. But that one and Blade. Right before they cut away from him. What did he say again?
Motherfuckers are always still trying to ice skate uphill. Is that
Yeah,
one?
that
Or
one.
What
no,
is
wait.
that even from? Like,
It's
I
from
don't get
the-
what that is.
It's from the original Blade, but even then, people were like, "What the fuck does this even mean?"
He said it so perfectly. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
great.
No, or the other Blade one where he's like, "There's only one blade," and Ryan just.
Just looks at the camera like he doesn't know. No one's him. But question, real quick before we end it. Which movie was funnier? Deadpool, this one, Deadpool 3, or Ragnarok?
This one.
This one? 'Cause
Easy.
Ragnarok was funny.
I haven't seen Ragnarok, but I could say
Wait,
I,
what?
I have not.
You
Or
like
Ragnarok. Oh, I thought we were saying Love and Thunder.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
So I have seen
Ragnarok's the
Ragnarok.
best
Yeah,
story.
I was
no.
about to be like,
I
you
still
got
say
this
this
far?
one's funnier. I still say this one's funnier.
Oh no, yeah.
I
big
think
time.
Ragnarok's so essential pre
Yeah.
Infinity War, like you had to see it.
Because
Ragnarok.
I will say the funniest joke from Ragnarok to me would probably be like, "Let's do help."
Get help.
Or yeah, but I feel like almost every joke in this is funnier than that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a different kind of funny. It's breaking
Yeah.
fourth walls. It's very like
It's
meta.
it's just
You
so
can do
dumb.
more with this,
This,
too.
Do
this
more.
is so dumb.
That's just Ryan Reynolds like going crazy in the writing room. Like that's what's amazing about it. But yeah, anything else you want to add on?
I got
We covered a lot of it. So yeah, so that was our little first. I was looking for the camera. That was our little first impressions. We saw the movie, as I said today. So yeah, we loved it. That was pretty much the bottom line. So write in the comments your favorite moment, favorite cameo, your favorite suit in the movie. The suits were amazing.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful suits. Even the new Deadpool one that he got at the end for the TVA, so clean.
Not bad.
Even he loved it.
Yeah, I mean, he loved the tailor kept slapping his ass. And, like,
Your tailor's a pervert, but
No, he's like, your
I
tailor's
like
a
it.
predator. Your tailor's a predator, but you know he did a great job.
That was also a great joke.
That was a great
No.
joke because he kept like fixing his crotch.
Yeah, like
yeah, I
it
thought I was
kept
the only
showing
one,
that.
but I was like, what
Slapping
the fuck am I
his ass, fixing his
seeing
crotch.
right
It's
now?
like your tailor's a predator, but he did a great job.
Yeah, like it was like 5 or 6 shots of him like grabbing his ass or like his crotch,
It was
spanking him.
But so write in the comments your favorite suit, favorite moment, favorite joke, and yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time. Welcome and thank you, Terry, for being on.
Thank you
as
for
well.
having me.
Hopefully, we'll have you soon again.
Hell yeah.
Soon again. All right, so thank you. See you.
Bye.
Good night.